I feel like moving to New Orleans and putting him in school there was a good move for keeping him humble. He's just around a lot of like sweet, nice, normal kids. And also around a lot of kids who get disciplined, may have similar discipline.
She's the boss. It's little Blue Ivy telling her high-powered parents to calm down at the Grammys. It was a hilarious moment as she politely turns to Beyonce and then Jay-Z as if to say, chill out.
We all joke about Blue Ivy being the real manager of the family because she always seems to be laying down the law. But girl, there might be more truth to that joke than we realize. Word is, Blue has allegedly started developing a serious Hollywood diva attitude after gaining even more attention during the Cowboy Carter tour, and some members of the extended family reportedly aren't impressed with her behavior. Apparently, that moment at the Met Gala when Blue refused to take off her sunglasses was nothing compared to how she allegedly acts behind the scenes. Sources claim she has become increasingly bossy and demanding. While Beyoncé and Jay-Z may be willing to indulge their daughter, Solange is reportedly fed up. She allegedly wants Bey and Jay-Z to address Blue's behavior, especially since they've had plenty to say about how her own son, Jules, behaves.
Once in a while I'll get a call from Blue and she'll say, Grandma, that's really whack what you just did. That's really whack. You should delete that. Really, you should delete that.
And do you listen?
No. I'm like, girl, I'm on to the next thing.
But okay, so we already know that Blue Ivy is the undisputed princess of pop royalty, and she clearly has no problem telling her famous parents what she thinks they should do. More often than not, Beyoncé and Jay-Z seem willing to hear her out. We even saw Blue embrace her unofficial manager title during the Cowboy Carter tour, playfully stepping into that role several times. From the outside looking in, it's actually pretty entertaining to watch Blue confidently take up space and see Queen Bey, of all people, listen when her daughter has something to say. And this confidence didn't appear overnight. Fans first got a glimpse of it during the 2018 Grammy Awards, when Blue famously appeared to shush her parents. Even Mama Tina has admitted that Blue isn't afraid to call her out when she thinks she has stepped out of line. Blue will apparently go even further by telling her grandmother exactly what she thinks she should do. Whether Tina takes that advice or leaves it is entirely up to her.
She's a little boss already. They call her my manager for sure.
Oh, really?
Oh,
In
yeah,
what way?
all the time. I'm with Blue in Paris and we go to this play and I'm sneaking and videotaping and she's saying, Grandma, you're not supposed to video. And she's always bossing me around.
I love that.
But for the people who actually have to deal with that kind of personality day in and day out, it can reportedly become exhausting having a 14-year-old constantly trying to tell everyone what to do. And to understand where this alleged behavior may be coming from, you have to look back at what Beyoncé and Jay-Z have said over the years about raising their daughter. During an appearance on Oprah's Masterclass, Jay-Z openly joked that Blue would probably become one of the most spoiled children ever. He explained that he planned to take lessons from his own mother and from helping raise his nephews, but still admitted, at the end of the day, I just know I'll probably have the worst spoiled little kid ever. And judging by the luxurious lifestyle Blue has reportedly enjoyed since birth, Jay-Z wasn't exactly exaggerating. From the moment she entered the world, Blue was surrounded by extraordinary wealth and privilege. Reports claimed that Beyoncé and Jay-Z spent around $1.5 million on her nursery, with a gold rocking horse among the extravagant items allegedly purchased for her. When Blue was still very young, Jay-Z reportedly rented a luxury suite at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn for roughly $1 million a year. The space was said to include an area filled with toys so Blue could comfortably spend time there while her father watched basketball games. She reportedly had access to designer clothing, personal styling, security, and other luxuries that most children could never imagine. Then came the awards and public recognition. In 2021, at just 9 years old, Blue became one of the youngest Grammy winners in history for her contribution to Beyoncé's Brown Skin Girl. For many fans, there was nothing wrong with Beyoncé and Jay-Z giving their daughter every possible opportunity. They had the money, influence, and resources to provide her with an extraordinary life. However, Reports claim that some people within the family believe the Carters may have taken things too far. Solange, in particular, is rumored to view Blue's upbringing as a potential recipe for trouble. According to the speculation, Blue is becoming increasingly comfortable with having authority, especially as her parents continue giving her more visibility and a larger role in the public eye. It has also become clear that Beyoncé sees enormous potential in her daughter. Blue has already performed on some of the biggest stages in the world, and fans often speculate that she could eventually carry on her mother's legacy. Blue may be well aware of those expectations, too. During the Cowboy Carter tour, reports claimed that Blue made major requests, including having her own VIP dressing room and a dedicated team available to assist her. There have also been allegations that she sometimes tries to boss around members of her extended family. Of course, fame and constant praise can affect anyone. Over the years, several major celebrities have faced accusations that success and non-stop admiration changed the way they treated people around them. If fully grown adults can struggle with the pressures and privileges of fame, it isn't difficult to understand why a young person raised in an extremely insulated and powerful environment could potentially face similar challenges. Even Matthew Knowles has spoken about the extraordinary opportunities available to Blue. He once joked that if Blue wanted to become a doctor, her family could simply buy a hospital. If she wanted to play basketball, there were connections that could help her pursue that path. And if she wanted to become a singer, she would obviously have access to some of the best resources in the entertainment industry. Then there's Mama Tina, who rarely misses an opportunity to praise her granddaughter. Tina has repeatedly spoken about Blue's intelligence, confidence, talent, and strong personality. With parents and grandparents constantly reminding her that she can achieve almost anything she wants, it's easy to see why Blue has developed such a powerful sense of confidence. The bigger question, according to critics, is whether all that praise and privilege will help her become a strong, successful young woman, or whether the adults around her will eventually need to set firmer boundaries. So, when everyone around you is constantly calling you a prodigy, the golden child, and telling you that you can do no wrong, it's easy to see how that kind of praise could affect your ego. Then imagine going online and seeing millions of people praising your talent, confidence, style, and every move you make. Critics believe that constant admiration could make Blue feel as though she gets a pass to act however she wants, or even like she's above the people around her. That may have been difficult to notice before because the Carters have always kept such a carefully managed public image. However, some viewers believe Blue's personality was on full display at the Met Gala when she appeared reluctant to remove her sunglasses. It was one thing for her to seemingly ignore suggestions from people around her, but when Jay-Z approached her and she still kept the glasses on, the moment immediately got people talking. Beyoncé stood nearby without appearing to intervene, leading some viewers to speculate that she already knew Blue had made up her mind. Allegedly, this difference in parenting styles has also created tension between Beyoncé and Solange. According to the rumors, Solange feels that Beyoncé has been quick to criticize the way she raised her son, Jules, while being far more lenient when it comes to Blue. From Solange's alleged perspective, Blue is still young enough to need guidance, boundaries, and correction when necessary. And to some critics, the sunglasses situation was a perfect example. The request seemed simple, so they couldn't understand why there appeared to be any pushback. But while Solange may reportedly have opinions about her niece, the Beyhive isn't exactly eager to hear them, especially when her own son, Jules, has faced plenty of controversy himself. Solange has always presented herself as more free-spirited and somewhat removed from the traditional Hollywood bubble. She has also spoken about wanting Jules to understand the value of hard work and not become completely consumed by celebrity culture. However, critics argue that Jules has still found himself caught up in several messy situations over the years. His personal life has attracted plenty of attention, including controversy surrounding comments and behavior that some people online found offensive. His relationships have also sparked discussion, particularly when fans question some of his romantic choices and the attention surrounding them. Then, of course, there was this highly publicized situation with Sky Jackson. After their relationship ended, private messages allegedly connected to the former couple circulated online, creating a wave of controversy. Jules was also accused of making disrespectful remarks about Sky and publicly discussing details that many people felt should have remained private. The situation left a bad impression on many observers and is still brought up whenever people debate Solange's parenting. But whether Solange has her own issues to address with Jules doesn't necessarily mean that every concern she reportedly has about Blue should automatically be dismissed. Some people believe there may still be truth in the idea that Beyoncé and Jay-Z need to make sure their daughter remains grounded as her fame continues to grow. After all, the same internet that praises a celebrity one day can turn against them the next. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have been famous long enough to understand how quickly public opinion can change. Blue may be celebrated now for her confidence and strong personality, but those same qualities could easily be interpreted differently if the public ever decides she has crossed the line. Some critics place the responsibility entirely on the parents rather than the child. As one commenter put it, "I blame the parents, not the child. They're creating a monster, so I pray that they wake up." Today's children need to hear the word no more often. Others pointed to the Met Gala moment as supposed evidence that Blue may not always listen to her parents. Still, one brief public interaction doesn't tell us everything about what happens inside a family. What some people see as disrespectful behavior, others may simply see as a confident teenager expressing herself. So, what do you think? Is this just regular teenage behavior being blown out of proportion because Blue Ivy has famous parents, or do Beyoncé and Jay-Z need to be more concerned about setting boundaries as she gets older? Sound off in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe. Bye, baddies.